All right, so this is one of my favorite stretching sequences that I do. I do this every single day. And this first stretch that I'm doing right here, after I finish my air drums, listening to my headphones, this one right here, this stretch, I do this stretch multiple times a day on the ground. The first round, I do not generally, I do it on the ground. So this is like the second round of it, and I actually recorded the whole thing. Kind of did it quickly because I'm not the person that records myself. So if I'm ever recording myself, it's to hurry up and do it. So I don't time this. Generally, I would say one round lasts between 10 and 15 minutes generally. It just depends. I just go with the flow and work out the kinks, and I'm not thinking. I'm just listening to my music, and I'm just going. So this stretch right here, being that I'm on the computer all day, and I stand up, by the way. I do not sit down if you do not have to. I stand up. So I work from my computer and I stand up. So sitting down, as bad as sitting down is, standing up's bad too. So if you have to sit down for hours a day, or if you have to stay in one spot and stand up for hours a day, if you can, get on the ground and do this one stretch right here. Just this one for the hips. Because this is where we're supposed to be our strongest, right here. Everything begins and ends in the pelvic region. The glutes, the hips, all this area, this is what makes us strong in life. Some people would think maybe the feet. The feet are important too, but if the hips and everything's good, your feet are going to be good. It starts with the hip area, the whole pelvic area. So this is one reason why I squat every day. Um, I do this stretch every day. This is before I squat right here at the gym, but I do this throughout the day. If I'm on the computer, I'm doing this several times a day. Maybe not as long, maybe not as I'm doing it on the ground, but I'm doing this stretch. So I swear by this stretch. This is my favorite stretch of every stretch possible. This one right here. This one has changed my life, to be honest with you. I started doing this several years back, and it's the best stretch for me. Period. So I get the roller. See how I'm kind of rolling? I'm just stretching out my rotator cuff, my just my shoulders, my lats. That's all I'm doing. I'm just kind of just stretching all that out. I'm putting my hand on my knee. Sometimes I put my hand on my foot. Sometimes I just do different things, and I twist my ankle around. I'm just stretching. I'm not hurting myself. I'm not trying to like feel pain or anything. It's not about pain. It feels good. So you don't want to be feeling pain, and you got to work yourself up to something like this. Some people can't do that. They can't get their leg in that position on the ground. So there's different. Maybe I'll do something that shows the different, the beginner level. This is more of like probably an intermediate to an advanced level. And then I go into this stretch right here where once again I'm not trying to hurt myself. I'm not trying to feel pain. It's about feeling good. So I'm just working out the right when I'm doing like little push-up things. That's just to just get my shoulders lubed, my triceps, any kinks in that area. And when I come back here, always squeeze the glutes. Like my glutes are squeezed constantly the whole time to protect the lower back. You don't just want to just bend up like that and have yourself loose in your legs. It's about you. Your glutes need to be squeezed the entire time. Then I go into this where I get on the roller And I don't roll. I don't foam roll. I use it to just stretch. Oh man, just watching that makes me just like, ah, I want to do it right now. This stretch feels really good. And I'm just right now. I'm just breathing. I'm just sinking into that thing. And where I have it on my back, I have it kind of in the middle, but that's because I do it every day and I've been doing it for a long time. You don't want it on your lower back. And someone who's barely doing this stretch for the first time, you want it higher than where I have it. You want it more up towards your traps, kind of like in where your armpit is. That's about where you want it, just to protect the lower back. So the lower you have it on your lower back, the more it's not, you don't want it on your lower, on anywhere lower than what I have it. But I move it around. I just so happen to feel it's just where it feels good. So I'm just stretching out my triceps, shoulders, and my lats. When I pull my arms like that, I'm stretching out all that. My shoulders, my triceps, my lats, and I'm just working out the kinks, sinking into that roller and breathing, more stretching, and then I go and I do double. I put both of my arms behind my head and I kind of like rest on my hands, and then I just breathe. I just feel myself sinking into that thing, and then my stomach is, without paying attention to it, my stomach is sucked in. So I'm sucking my stomach in. Um, I'm not really squeezing my glutes here at this time, but I would say someone doing this for the first time, kind of think about it if you need to, because if squeezing your glutes always protects your lower back. Just kind of think of it that way. Whatever you do, whatever movement you're doing, even if you're doing like arm curls, do them with your glutes squeezed tight. I know you might feel stupid, but that's what protects your lower back, having strong glutes. It's a strong glutes will protect your lower back and your entire core. It'll make your core stronger, which your lower back is part of your core. So everything begins and ends with the glutes. More air drums. I don't even pay attention. I play air guitar and air drums, and I probably look like a fool at the gym because I'm listening to whatever, my headphones. So I go into this, and I'm just trying to get it. Right now, I'm working my ankles out. My ankles out. My hips are already pretty feeling good, but my ankles, I want to get it to where my ankles, now my heels are going to be all the way on the ground. So my heels will be on the ground, and I'm just feeling it out. I'm just settling into it. And then whenever I get my heels on the ground and I'm comfortable, I'm sinking into my hips. I stick my arms out. I stretch that way, which stretches my lower back. I'll do that here in a second. Right here, see, like right there, that just, my heels are on the ground now. My ankles, everything's all warmed up, and I'm stretching my lower back. I can feel it, like the decompression in my lower back by doing this. A good decompression stretch is to just hang. I hang all the time from a bar. If you can't hang from a bar, you can do different things like this. You can kind of like just pull yourself on a bar, not necessarily hang there. You keep your feet on there. There's different variations of it. Not everyone can hang from a bar for a long time, but work yourself up to that.